What up? What up, y'all? Quick video. Running a tad behind, not a tad, yeah, a tad behind for work. Nothing too crazy though. This is something I was thinking about for the last couple of days, but I'm gonna do this right quick. Then we're gonna get to work. Shit. Y'all see the title though? Yeah, I'm mad discombobulated. Trying to get my shit together. You know what? Some vitamins and shit, man, got me shivering, feeling crazy though. But yeah, you see what the title says. A lot of times women reject good men or what they perceive as good men because they themselves know that they ain't shit. And I don't say this from a position of speculation, you know. I say this based on years of experience, years of empirical data, people that I've met throughout the years, my own personal experience. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a good man. I mean, I ain't shit. I'm not shit, but you don't got to be an expert to give your opinion on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to be as good as Kobe Bryant that he's better than, and some players that are better than him, you know? You don't have to be an expert to be an objective at something. Yeah, but a lot of these women, man, because they know they ain't shit. This is the thing. A woman's two biggest fears are rejection and other women, right? So if they put themselves, and they always want to put themselves in positions of power, or they always want to put themselves in a position if the relationship goes wrong, it's not their fault. What's the best way of doing that? Choosing a guy that's lesser than you, or a person that's shittier than you are. Because like, they're women, they still have human needs. And I'm not talking about all women, you know, I'm just saying women in general. They still have human needs, no matter how innocent and virginal, and I'll never do that, and I'm not no whole lot. No matter how many women say that, the porno industry is too big of an industry and it's dominated by women. It's probably, actually, I think it's consumed mostly by women too. But there's too many women in the pornographic industry for me to believe that there ain't no hoes out here that's just frivolous and having fun and doing their thing. It's all a facade, and it's a front when women act standoffish and act like they're not trying to have no fun. So they're still gonna go out there and you know, give themselves to certain suitors, but they won't even allow themselves to give individuals chances that could actually be a positive benefit to their life. A lot of them operate this way because they know that they ain't shit. And when they give that guy, that quote unquote good guy, a chance, and if he really is a good guy and he has any type of self-worth and consciousness, he'll be with her for a little bit, but then realize she's not shit and he will leave her. So a lot of these women, they don't even like waste the time to going through that inevitable rejection. So that's why they pick quote unquote guys that are quote unquote lesser than themselves, or guys that ain't shit, the fuck boys and the dope boys and the womanizers and things of that nature. Because when they do that, it's still like women, they always want to be the princess. Women, they always want to be the hero of the heroine of the story, right? So what's the best way to make yourself a heroine? You choose somebody that's the quote unquote bad guy, the villain. So you always look good in that situation. And then she ultimately wins if she could change him and help him upgrade and become this like fantasy thing of what she thinks a good guy. Like women, they'll have this like image and concept and idea of what a good guy is, right? And then they'll take a person who isn't that, or they'll allow a person who isn't that to come into their life and try to transform them into what they think an ideal or a good guy is, when all they simply had to do was give themselves to people who fit that bill. And they know who these individuals are. Like, I'm 42, I'm talking about adults. I'm talking about 35 and older. I'm talking about adults. You've been living long enough, you know the difference between a good guy, bad guy. You know how to do your research and figure out what's going on with a person. Like, the days of, oh, I didn't know, he just tricked and deceived me. There's too much information out there, and there are too many tools at our disposal that we can use to really figure individuals out. So that shit goes out the door. She knows if she accepts this motherfucker that's a good guy, that's a blatantly good person, he will realize she ain't shit and leave her alone. That's why a lot of these women don't give. They have low self-worth. Like I said, they still want to execute their human needs and get off or whatever and feel like they're in a relationship, but they know certain situations that they aren't qualified for. So a lot of times they won't even allow themselves to give themselves to individuals. And the crazy thing is, the same mindset that a lot of these chicks have of, I can take this guy, I can build them, I can upgrade them. Why can't they have that mentality and mindset on the flip side? Like, you know what? I'm kind of off point. This guy's, this dude's official. I'm out of my league, but you know what? If I'm around him, maybe his positivity will rub off on me and I will improve as a person. They don't ever think about it like that. They always trying to upgrade, but not be upgraded. Because you can't tell a woman to do better. You can't tell her to get in shape. You can't tell her, you can't advise her to do certain things because we're not allowed to do that. Men in this society, we're not allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But a lot of these chicks, man, and I've heard it, direct hand, I don't fuck with certain guys because I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like I'm worthy. So they're gonna fuck with these bums and then complain and talk about all men ain't shit. No, you just got a shitty mentality and you're drawn to shitty ass people. Or you only allow yourself to deal with shitty people because you have a low self-worth. And this doesn't only apply to women, this applies to guys too. But men, we're a little bit different because we pretty much, we have, even though they say men are superficial and, we're superficial as far as our choices, women are far more superficial. That's no comparison, but I'll talk about that in another segment. But I feel like men give a much more variety of women a chance than the other way around. Because you'll see a Tiger Woods, damn, they're putting his marriage at risk, fucking a waitress, a billionaire fucking a waitress, but you'll never see like a billionaire madam fucking the nigga that work at Jiffy Lube. No. And if it happens, it's very, very hush-hush. It's on the low. Yeah, you'll have some of those kept wives. They're rich. But they, they fucking a young, handsome, strong pool boy, and they got money, and they're just using them specifically for the sex act and nothing else. They're not using them for anything else. And I see that shit all the time, man. Fellas, a lot of times, like, a chick might be giving you a hard time. Yo, it's not because you ain't attractive. It's not because you ain't shit. It's because she knows she isn't shit. And she knows by giving herself to you and exposing her vulnerability, she knows eventually you're going to see what she is and you're going to reject her. And the last thing a woman wants is to be rejected. 99% of a woman's power is in the fact that men are attracted to her. And it's not a bad thing. That's just how nature is. And if you know somebody's attracted to you, you know somebody's into you, you know somebody likes you, you can use that to your advantage. Positive or negative. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. Don't feel bad, fellas. She give me a hard chance. She ain't shit. She dusty. And you want somebody that's resolute, even if a chick kind of off point and thinks she isn't shit. You want a woman that's strong-minded enough to know that you are on a higher level than they are, or that you are quote unquote better than they are, but they still want to be a part of your team because they want to be brought up to your level. Like Patrice O'Neal said, on a chessboard, the king is the strongest piece. The queen is mightier than the king, but the game is over. You know what I'm saying? The game is over when the king is captured. And if a king marries a woman, she becomes the queen, even if she doesn't have royal blood. But if a queen marries a man, he don't become the king. He just becomes the queen's bitch. That's Patrice's words. You know. A lot of times, women, they just don't really feel like the queen that they claim they are. And the only way they feel like a queen is if they fuck with peasants, dusty ass peasants. That's all it is. They feel like, I'm not saying they aren't shit. They just feel like they aren't shit. That's all I'm saying. You know, but the thing is to elevate and put yourself on a level that people that ain't shit won't even entertain fucking with you. I mean, people that ain't shit, they'll try to fuck with anybody, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. But you want to elevate and put yourself on a level or put yourself in a situation where you're just surrounded by motherfuckers that's just on a higher elevated plane than individuals that you was used to dealing with. And this is advice to women and it's advice to men. You know what I'm saying? This is advice to women and this is advice to men. Whether it's working out, eating better, losing weight, like the whole body positivity is fucking bullshit, man. To me, it's an excuse to just be lazy, yo. They call it body positivity, but like, what's more positive than taking care of your body and being healthy? Now, I'm not saying you got to be real thin or anything like that, but after a while, man, don't you get tired of like being out of breath when you walk up the steps? Don't you get tired of having like close to stroke level blood pressure? Don't you get tired of the fact that you got to buy clothes from special stores because you can't fit it, just because you can't keep the fork down, and just because you can't walk around and exercise and work out or anything like that? You dig? But that's what it is, man. Like, that's what it is, man. You don't want any confused motherfuckers that won't give you a shot just because they don't feel good about themselves. These ladies are an equivalent of a job that you don't have qualification that wants to hire you, but once you get hired, like say they hire you to be like this fucking spaceship mechanic, but for a fact that you only work on cars, but they want you to work on this shuttle. You can take the job, but you ain't gonna last more than 2 or 3 days. You're gonna get fired because they're gonna realize that you don't have the skills that it takes to hire you. Like you probably did really good in an interview. You probably look attractive. That's why they gave you a shot or what have you. Or you probably your reputation. You had a great reputation as a mechanic, but lo and behold, you don't know anything. You don't know shit about rockets. You don't know nothing about shuttles or anything like that. That's what it is, man. Yo, just keep elevating, keep building, man. Life in this physical form is extremely short to be dealing with motherfuckers that don't want to value you, appreciate you, or appreciate your time, or appreciate how you're trying to extend your kindness to them. Life is too short for motherfuckers to be taking you for granted. Fuck the motherfuckers. There's plenty of motherfuckers that will appreciate you, that will receive you. There's plenty of them, but you have to have the mindset, and you have to believe that exists. If you don't believe it, you might as well just stay in your room all day and not do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Keep working on yourself, keep building, keep elevating, be confident. They're gonna call you cocky, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna call you arrogant, they're gonna call you all this shit. But these are the same motherfuckers that's been in the same position for the past 10 years. They ain't making no type of major moves or anything like that. And they see you trying to make moves, they see you trying to grow, they see you trying to elevate, they see you doing something that they fear, so it's automatic. So it's automatic that, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna try to throw salt and whatever it is that you're trying to do. But I'll build more on this later on, man. Positive vibes. As always, I'll holler at you. # everybody need more green.